Hello everyone, welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Valia Bhatnagar and I am with you with the area of ABFM. How are we doing everyone? What are we going to do today? We are going to discuss the specific topic of hybrid financing, right? So let's start with the topic of hybrid financing. Okay, so when we talk about hybrid finance, hybrid matlab higher level of finance. This kind of finance is basically there were two pure breeds. One breed was debt, one pure breed was equity. They said, nah, we wanted a few good things of first breed. I want a few good things of second breed. So they made it hybrid. Right? So let's talk about this further. When did the convertible debentures first emerge in India, and what was the initial requirement for them? Everyone, what do you mean by the term debentures? Do you know debentures are known to be what? Debentures are debt instrument. Matlab, through this we take loans, है ना? Now that means if I take loans through debt, it's a debt instrument which talks about the money that we take from others, right? In 1990, they were required to have a predetermined conversion date. When we talk about the debt, debt is basically the money that an organization arranges from people. They are not using their money, they are using other people's money. And obviously, once they make money, this money is also returned to the people from whom it has been taken. So earlier it was basically always compulsorily converted in 1990s, 80s, 17, and in 2000 they were initially required to be redeemable. Irredeemable, there was nothing called irredeemable. You can't just take a loan and say, nah, I'm not paying it off back. Till the time the organization is alive, there is no need. Such a particular thing just doesn't work out. Right? So this particular thing definitely doesn't work. In 1980s, basically, these debentures were compulsory to be converted into equity. Because if you were lenders of the organization, you had the right to receive it. Okay? You have the right to convert your debt into equity, that too compulsorily. Done, everyone? Which of the following is the following statements are true about the PNCPS? That is, they have a maturity date. They may include redemption incentives. They can be repurchased without prior approval of RBI. They have no maturity date, step-ups, and or any other incentives. Everyone, what do you mean by the term PNCPS? Any ideas? Acha, before I continue further, everyone please like this particular session and share it among your peers as well. When we talk about the term PC and PS. What do we mean by this term, everyone? These are called perpetual non-cumulative preference shares. Perpetual matlab men may come and men may go, but this particular organization till it stays, the perpetual shares are also there. They are not for lifetime. ठीक है? Done? So this is non-cumulative matlab if the company fails to pay at one point of time, then they don't have to pay it in the next year as well. They have a maturity date. Perpetual matlab it is there forever. This may include redemption incentives. They don't even want to give the redemption. They don't want to make the payment at all. So technically, nope. That's not the answer. The answer would be what? Then what's going to be the answer? Which of the following statements about the PCNPS is true? They may be purchased without prior approval of RBI. They have no maturity date. The answer is D. They just don't have any maturity date. Right? Done? Next question. In what circumstances can a bank exercise a call option on CPS? Everyone? If they need, this is basically acha call option matlab the company comes to people and says that I have got my money, can I pay you back right away? If they need funds in general options, if they replace the statement for something better or the instruments, or if they anticipate a decrease in the market interest rates, and the last one is if they want to reduce the number of outstanding PNCPS. This is basically done because they want to replace with something better. Perpetual matlab it's gonna stay forever. ठीक है ना? So in this case, the answer is B. Next question, everyone. How does the Section 55 of Companies Act ensure no reduction in shareholder funds during redemption? Actually, there is no reduction because once you give up on one particular type of shares, you take another type of shares for that. That means there is no reduction. Or you keep a specific amount of money already in the specific purpose of capital redemption reserve to prove that this is something that is final. Done? Everybody sorted? So what's going to be the answer? By reducing the nominal value? But this value is definitely going to be reduced now. Then by issuing fresh shares to the redeemed people, this can be the point. By increasing the dividends, dividend will not make a difference. Or the last one is by transferring profits, a separate account of redemption. In this case, I believe the answer would be B. है ना? You give up on one type of shares and you give it to someone else. Done? Because what will we do if I have to give up on one type of preference shares now? For example, I want to give up on 8% preference shares. So I will issue a new preference share now. A new preference shares so that the previous one can be given away. If the previous one was perpetual, it's not fun anymore. So it's better to reduce it and give some other form. है ना? Okay. So let's move on and talk about the next point. The answer is Acha. Here comes the next question, everyone. The next question says, what is the characteristic of preference shares regarding dividend payments during loss or reduced profit situations? Dividends are paid out regardless of losses. Then dividends are not paid out during the losses. Dividends are taxable for investors, or dividends are paid out only if the company's equity is not performing well. Okay, we normally pay dividends when we have good amount of money. The payment is not paid when the company faces a losses. ठीक है ना? Done? Because only in case of insufficiency we would like not to pay. Otherwise we are supposed to pay. पता है? That's a rule. Okay, let's go ahead with the next question. The next question says that Acha, this answer is dividends are not paid out during loss or profits. Acha, the point is if we have insufficiency, it's of no use to do this. Because if we have to pay to someone when we are under losses, then it's no fun. This is actually a bad situation for the organization rather than a good situation, isn't it? If you are not able to pay off the dividends, that's a situation where the companies do not have enough money. And if you do not have enough money to pay the pocket money to the people who have given you money, then what will those people do? They will try to leave the organization altogether. They'll be like, this organization is not going good, so it's better that we move on to some other organization. So it's always better you keep on proving yourself. Even if the money is given by a specific person, what if after a certain period of time they might feel ki array, instead of putting money into this organization, I should have put the money in FD in any other form, isn't it? What is the characteristic of valuation of optionally convertible debentures compared to compulsory convertible debentures? Optionally matlab this is something where the person has an option, either take money and either take money or you get shares. Share versus shares, and in this case it is money versus money. है ना? You have given shares, you will मतलब you have taken debentures, it will be converted into shares that are convertible, and that too this can be an option and this can be compulsory. That means if it is an optional one, you will be given an option. How do you want the money? You want to have cash or you want this? है ना? Okay. So what's going to be the answer? It is always higher, it is always lower. You just can't have it. It depends upon the issuing company's prospects, or it is unaffected. Variations and characteristics. When we talk about the valuation, see, convertible means you are choosing an option. कि देखिए, what do you want? You want money or you want shares? So that is something that they will choose. Otherwise, they will say कि नहीं, I cannot. This will depend upon the company's future. If the company feels that we would be having a great future and we need more shareholders, then you will do the shareholding thing. Otherwise, you will say, nahi, nahi, just take the money and get away from our organization because we have enough shareholders in the organization, we have enough backup, right? What is the conversion ratio if the in convertible debentures? Conversion ratio matlab the price per share when the conversion takes place. For every debenture, how many shares you are getting? The price of equity share obtainable upon conversion, or the premium paid for up to the option of decline or interest rate on the debentures. The correct answer is actually B, right? Anji. Done. Now comes the next question. Why might it make sense to purchase convertible debentures with warrants and debenture with warrants and evaluating new business with unproven products? Everyone, your business is a very good one. But the point is, it is too unpredictable. The project has certain things which have good potential, but I don't know how the market will go. If it will go good, then though this is something, if I put equity into it, I'm going cool. Otherwise, it's bad. है ना? Now, the point is, if I put an offer of equity, I might putting myself under a lot of risk. What will I do? What I can do is, I can convert debentures into equity later on. That too on my choice. I want to do it or not. Or warrants. That means I don't want shares right now, but I want to have the right to receive the shares later on. Not today, of course, but later on, I would like to. So in this case, because they offer immediate returns or they provide low risk investment opportunities or they facilitate financial synergy. Synergies 1 plus 1 is equal to 11. Something that happens in terms of mergers. Audible clearly, everyone? Okay. I think there was no sound in a particular area. Why might it make sense to purchase convertible debentures and debentures with warrants? The question clearly meant that if when you are playing with an adventurous company, you don't want to participate in equity. Equity means if there is a loss, there is a loss. You won't get a penny. But if you give it a loan, whatever happens to the company, at least you will get your interest and principal back. And later on, you can say to that particular organization, ki dekhiye, now that I can see a good prosperity in you, I can see you fulfilling the potential. I would like to get into equity shareholding. That's the clarity that you can bring up later on. Now, this is where you have the potential to participate in a potential upside while limiting downside risk. If the company goes up, you are in a good situation. If the company goes down, you're in a bad situation. But at least in this case, if the company goes down, you still have the right to receive your loan and you will be among the primary lenders for sure. What are the conventional explanations for issuance of warrants and convertible debentures? They allow businesses to issue equity share at a lower risk and facilitate better matching of cash flows. They make it possible for businesses to issue debt inexpensively and offer equity shares in the future with additional charges. They provide financial synergy. Financial synergy was mergers. 1 plus 1 is equal to 11. But sometimes this doesn't happen that way. In both the companies, when you try to add the synergy, the positivity sometimes doesn't come out. Rather, they become too unstable as well. They offer tax benefits and improve the company's credit rating. The answer is B. They make it possible for the businesses to issue debt inexpensively and offer equity shares in the future with additional charges. Matlab, you can issue the debt without any problem and later on you can definitely get equity shares without a hustle or bustle. Matlab, you will be in a relaxed situation even though there's a risk because ultimately you are giving loan to someone. But if you give loan, the company can be sold and you can still be recovering your money. In equity, you just can't cry about it. है ना? Who are the typical investors in foreign currency convertible bonds, everyone? Last question for the day. Domestic retail investors, central banks, hedge funds, and foreign investors, sovereign wealth bonds funds. The correct answer is hedge funds and foreign investors. So this was the last question for the day. I hope these sessions have been helpful for you. If they are, then please go ahead and like these particular sessions, because your support is the first and foremost thing that brings us to the scope of working harder, because when you are recognizing us, it gives us more power. Okay, everyone, here comes our website, that is www.adda247.com. Go on to the area of JIB and CIB. Go on to the area of CIB June 2024. As you know, the examination is approaching right now. You have the double validity going on our Mahapack. Along with the batches are also starting from 13th of February. New batches are starting, everyone. Please go ahead and join the batch on 13th of February. Enroll yourself before time so that you don't even miss out even a single class. What you can do is go on to say the victory batch. If you want to buy the victory batch, this doesn't include optional subjects. Mahapack includes all the 5 subjects, otherwise this doesn't include it. So in this case, you just have to click on the area of buy now, and currently you can see now you have got a code of win77. You can use a better code that is called Y541. Just a moment. That is Y541. As soon as you apply the code Y541, you will get 80% discount, and you'll get this for 5039.79 altogether. So if you're planning to purchase this particular course now, then you can purchase it right away, because 80% discount is going on. And if you want better validity, because this is around 6 months, if you want more than 1 year, then go for Mahapack, because at this point of time you will be getting Mahapack at 80% discount, and that is for double validity as well. Matlab 1 plus 1. That means if you're just buying for 6 months, you'll get it for 12, right? If you're planning, then kindly go ahead and check it out on our website and our app for further details. I'll be meeting you on the next day. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye.